Hey everybody, it's Joe Delara, and I've got two of my favorite plays for this Friday NBA slate for the play-in games. The first play that I'm looking at is the Chicago Bulls plus 5.5 against the Miami Heat. I think both these teams are a little bit fraudulent, and they're probably just going to be sacrificed to the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round. But for this game, I think that Chicago has a little bit of an edge, especially due to their defense. Over the last about month and a half, so since March 1st, Chicago has actually been the better team. They're plus 2.2 in point differential, whereas Miami is minus 0.2. Additionally, I think that we're overvaluing this Miami team based on their pedigree with Coach Spoelstra and then having Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. Whereas Chicago, they've been, like I said, they've been a touch undervalued. And over this past month and a half, they have the ninth best defensive rating in the league at 114.4, whereas Miami just can't stop anybody, and they're allowing 118.9 points per 100 possessions. We're grabbing 5.5 points here, and I just think that this is too many points in this spot where neither team, it's going to be a pretty slow game, and both of these teams, I think, are going to be able to grind the pace to a halt. And in that type of spot, I like what Chicago can do with multiple scores in DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. And I love them here tonight, and I'm going to grab these points on the road at plus 5.5. For my second play, I'm looking at Rudy Gobert to go over 12.5 rebounds. Look, the fighting French fry is back, but I know that Coach Finch said that he's questionable for today's game with a little bit of back spasms. However, his history against Oklahoma City, especially this season, has been so good. This is still a spot that I want to try to capitalize on. This season, he's recorded 16, 15, and 4 rebounds against Oklahoma City. But four? Yeah, well, he got ejected that game. So, and that was the most recent game. But he did still manage over the course of the season to record 0.51 rebounds per minute. That's just an insane pace because Oklahoma City just does not really have any centers. They just don't play centers. So even though Gobert is not the type of center that is a bruiser where he could really take advantage of them on the offensive side of the ball, besides maybe some putbacks, this is a great spot for him to gather a lot of rebounds. And I love the over 12.5 spot. And I think it's a good ladder opportunity. However, I wouldn't go maybe too high just based on the fact that he is questionable for today's matchup and maybe gets slightly limited. But I do love the baseline play at 12.5. So to recap, my two favorite plays for today's NBA slate are the Chicago Bulls plus 5.5 and Rudy Gobert over 12.5 rebounds. Best of luck on your wagers today and enjoy the rest of your Fridays.